Hey guys, my name is Christina Hoffius. Today I'm going to be doing a demonstration on how to shoot a compound bow. This here is my baby. I've had this for probably 13 years. It is a Hoyt Reflex. It's definitely an older bow, but I got it when I was younger and my dad used to take me hunting. I actually have been hunting since before I could even shoot a bow, but the purpose of this demonstration today is to teach you the safety aspects and how to shoot this bow. I have been shooting this bow or shooting a compound bow since I was probably 12 or 13. There's many different aspects that you can learn from it. I learned how to shoot down at Shoepec Sporting Goods, which is the sporting goods store that we have here in Jackson. I've taken classes. I've actually even won a couple awards for shooting for accuracy. So the first thing we want to get into is safety. So the first thing we do is an inspection of the bow. It might look harmless, but there's some very important things we have to key in on. This is the string of the bow. You can get them in any color strings you want, but the thing is with them is you have to keep them waxed. So you put wax on the strings and you have to rub them, because what can happen is the strings can get frayed, and when you pull your bow back, it could completely snap the string, and in the process it could cause a lot of damage to your body. It could take out an eye. There's multiple things that it could do, but it's very dangerous for that string if it snaps because there's so much tension. So another thing you want to do is check your surroundings, make sure there's no one around you, make sure you've got plenty of space. You always, in a controlled environment, you always make sure everything is cleared. Everybody is vocal, you say clear. You never want to dry fire. Dry fire is when you have the bow pulled back and I released it. So if I just simply let that go, it could completely explode the cams. It could snap the limb. It could do a whole number of things. It's not a good thing to do at all. And another thing is when you're shooting, you want to drop your shoulder, because if you keep your shoulder like this, which is how a lot of people shoot, you tend to hit this area right here of your forearm, and it can cause a big bruise and welt, which is not very comfortable at all. So the proper techniques of shooting. The first thing you want to do is make sure your stance is good. You want to keep your feet probably about shoulder length apart so that your bow is extended towards the target or what you are shooting at. I actually have a couple of different arrows here with me today. This one is a broadhead. This one has a they have the nocks on the end, and these are the feathers, and then this is the broadhead. This would be if I was trying to hunt something. So if I was trying to kill a deer or a turkey. It also has a knock. When if I shoot, it actually lights up so I can find my arrow when I'm done. This is just a practice arrow. So the first thing you want to do is knock your bow. So you stick that on there and then you set it on your rest. Now with this being an older bow, the rest is a 2-prong rest. So which means you just set it right on here. This can drop down. And you always want to make sure your feather, the odd color feather, is facing down. It's just a way that you're going to get it to where your arrow knows exactly where to go when I shoot. It's going to keep the rotation the correct way. Now there's also whisker biscuits, which it looks like a brush almost in a circle, and that you can put your arrow in, and that's how some people shoot their bows as well. Also for this demonstration, I'm using a release instead of fingers. People can use fingers on bows, but I choose to use the release. Fix the paper. Sorry. All right, so then the next thing we're going to do is, now that we've got the arrow knocked and it's on the rest, there's a peep sight on here. So when I pull this bow back, this string is attached to my peep sight. So when I pull it back, that peep sight is going straight with the arrow now. So that way I can put my eye up to the string and see the sights through the peep sight. Now on the bow here, it's called a kisser. This is just a little knot that goes above the arrow, and it's even got string above it to keep it in place. Now when I bring that back, I want to put that right in the crook of my mouth. That's called my anchor point. So I pull back, put the kisser on my anchor point, take the tip of my nose and put it right on the string, right in the middle. That way I can look through the peep sight right down at my sights, and I can get a good shot. Now, the cool thing about compound bows is the release. So these are cams, and on newer bows sometimes they're bigger. What that means is I have a bigger release bigger release, I'm sorry. It means I have a bigger let off. My let off, see how much resistance is in there? So once I get back to this point, it almost pulls easier because there's like not enough tension on the bow anymore. That's in case, say there's a deer under me and I have to hold my bow because it's looking at me or it walked behind a tree. I can easily just hold that back there and I don't have to worry about the tension. It's a lot easier to hold back. So okay, to go ahead and shoot, you want to take a deep breath in as you're pulling back. And then as you're releasing, you're going to take a nice easy breath. As you're pulling back also, you keep your finger behind the trigger point and you keep it back until you get it here, and when you're ready to shoot, you'll pull it up. And I will demonstrate that for you. So pull back, take a couple nice easy breaths, anchor your bow with the kisser and your nose. Nice easy breath, drop the shoulder, and release. Now, when you shoot, you want to try to have your hand open so that it can release a little bit. And that's the main ways to shoot the bow. In order to become accurate, you really need to practice. You need to get comfortable with how the kisser feels, your points. The sights have different distances. So you shoot and shoot and shoot at different lengths, 20 yards, 30 yards, and 40 yards, until you get your sights right where you want them. So today, I just wanted to give you guys a little demonstration on how to shoot a bow. Shooting a bow can be super relaxing. It's also very rewarding. I've gotten to do this with my dad my whole life, so it's very important to me, and I love hunting, the serenity, and thanking God for the peace that I get out in the woods. So it all comes together. So half the fun is a challenge. Thanks guys, have a good day.